My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Monster Train. We are here in the Dimensional Portal to do our Bigger Isn't Better challenge. In Covenant Rank 3, our units get bigger as they gain upgrades. So, primary clan is Umbra, we've got the allied clan of Lazarus League, Proto Heart Cage, so no Pyre Heart ability, alas. We've also got 3 mutators, all cards have an additional upgrade slot. At the start of each turn, spawn a follower unit on a random floor, which is going to be a little annoying because often I don't want those. Alas. That's going to be taking up a little bit of our space, as well as Gluttonous, which is going to be doing the same. Each upgrade you purchase for a unit increases its size by 1. Note, if I give a override to a unit, that can't increase it. So if I give simply Smidgestone to whatever unit I'm working on, it'll nullify the rest of the upgrades. 2 copies of Antumbra Assault in the base deck, 5 damage to a target. On Slay, add 2 uncommon or rare morsel units to your hand. Twisted Assistant, 1 Ember 1 size, has the Graft of Twisted Back, which is the 15 damage trample equipment that also gives gain rage on strike. And then finally the Makeshift Golem, 1 Ember 2 size, armor 12, and on Extinguish, apply armor to friendly units. Seraphitern's Chosen of Savagery, we're gonna have to worry about the Rage Wings in this fight as well, but to be fair, I pretty much always have to worry about those in an Umbra run. Alright. Should I click? I'll go for Artifact first. Yeah. At the start of turn, friendly units gain +3/+3 if they're the only friendly unit on the floor. I mean, it's not... It's going to be kind of common for the Penumbra itself, which is a unit that obviously can't gain upgrades, but if I get the Behemoth line, I can just make a very, very large single unit that I put on a line by itself. Wanderer's Talisman is pretty good for that, but it's still only 5/5. Jackstrips being 3 damage, it removes a lot of backline units for us, which I think I might need. Oh! Interesting. Glutton, Lifesteal 2, and on Gorge, gain +4 damage and +2 health. Or Architect, summon to gain 2 additional capacity to this floor. I do think one very large floor overstacked with a bunch of value is probably where we end up going with this. So what, you just become a backline unit for another row? I think so at the moment. I don't think I'm going to be able to rely on actually using morsels that much. Like, I'm not going to be able to support 2 morsel lines. Hell, I might not even be able to support 1 despite the amount of morsels I have in the deck. Although that does beg the question. Should I just get capacity and ignore the downsides? Perhaps. Oh. At the start of the deployment phase, you even spawn. Interesting. I suppose I want to go Penumbra and Makeshift on midline. And I guess we're probably going to get a Shield Spear Steward, rather, in that line as well, just to overstack as much as we can. Ugh, that's what I was worried about. If you summon the followers in the wrong position, I'm not going to be able to do anything about them. So I need to be able to make them powerful or move them to the front line so they get sacrificed. Having a larger turnover of units, rather, would be super useful for us for getting the assistance equipment early, at least. Additional health for the midliner, and then I suppose I have nowhere to put damage? Yikes. I feel like part of what I want to do is use the Antumbra Assaults to kill my own followers. Because otherwise I need to set up, with my deployment Ember, the ability to benefit from overstacking floors with followers. I guess none of them spawned on the top floor ever, but that's also completely random. It could have happened. Let's go secret ingredient. I'll take sap and then start working on that for the boss. Oh, right. Twisted Assistance equipment with On Strike, gain Rage 2 would obviously be incredible for the followers. Did not think about that, but I'm doing it now, and my brain's doing a smile. Whoops. Rooted is not useful here. I'll undo that and add melee weakness, but it's only going to be a difference of 12 damage. Because we have Lazarus League as one of our things, we can also get a couple of the rooms that on summon give 7/7 to a unit. That would be a really good way to get the follower off to a good start. Of course, we've already got this one, so I'm just going to watch it happen. Yeah, more and more I think about it, the more and more I feel like what I really want is a line that has a bunch of assistants dying constantly so that I can get craft equipment to put on the followers. Oh, Space Prism. I mean, I usually immediately click the morsel, making the morsel. Morsel Miner is obviously incredibly useful, very powerful. But I'm struggling to play morsels and I need more space, so what are you going to do? Faulty Body. 1 Ember Consume. Apply Fragile and spikes 40 to a friendly unit. Now, I think that would be incredible for the makeshift golem who has armor. Obviously not that much armor. You'd die pretty quickly. But obviously I would need to find a way to keep you alive as well. Sanguine Assistant grafts Vampire Tooth with the ability to gain lifesteal consistently per turn, which is nice for a frontline unit, but is Penumbra really a frontline unit for us right now? Not if I'm running it Kalinia with the makeshifts. I'm kind of leaning Faulty Body, but I want to be able to do that and then focus on getting enough reanimate to be able to support keeping the unit alive. Well, yeah, I guess keeping it alive, bringing it back from the brink. Merchant Magic with an Umbra Banner. Umbra Banners are probably going to be less powerful for us than generally Lazarus League at the moment. Umbra benefits a lot from consistent setups that remain on board. Merchant of Steel, Lazarus League in the next area makes me a little less thrilled about that, especially considering cards gain an additional size for each of the upgrades on them, so I'm not going to want to hit 2 Merchants of Steel in a row. Nah, this has got to be Merchant Magic for that reason. Upgraded permanently remove Consume, but there's also -2 cost and gain Consume. I mean, to permanently remove Consume from Space Prism, sick as hell. Plus 10 magic power for an Antumbra Assault. I'd love to be able to do more, but re-rolling doesn't really give me much flexibility. Smolder Zone, I could use this to burn a card out of the deck, basically, if I really wanted to. Yeah, Shade Split is not going to be a good draw second cycle, so I may as well get rid of that. Oh, if I could support a Shadow Eater, good lord. I'd love to. I think I might be able to, actually. It's really good AoE. It's not going to be our Faulty Body holder, obviously, but it would be a very good unit on the bottom line, especially after size, to just consistently eat whatever morsels I can generate. Although that does then ask me to be a bit more consistent in generating morsels, the thing that I just immediately decided to go away from. It's fine, we'll find our way. Rude of you to turn up, but it's fine. We've got haste on this line. I only need to eat a single morsel, though. Fallen Champion's going to move up one line by itself. I do want the Twisted Assistant to take a hit as quickly as possible, so let's give you that. And start a mixture. I'll start Madman Infusion so I can try and start getting Rejuvenate. Reanimate for the makeshift golem. And then I can throw the makeshift body on them. Quite thankfully, we do have a morsel to eat, which makes our bottom line completely fine. Ooh, bottom line's gotten a little worse. I suspect I'm going to get most of my combat on the second line, so let's try and prepare for specifically that. Spikes is going to be more useful for a unit that's using armor. It's much more useful than regen will be. Yeah, here's exactly the position that we get stuck in a little bit. I do think I'm going to have to go capacity with my first gem, despite the fact that my heart rebels. I'm going to need it, especially as the fights are going to get longer, so we can have more and more followers to deal with. Oh boy. Well, how's this gonna do? Just enough, you say? Excellent, it was planned the whole time. I wonder if there's a play in me personally using a spike spell. I can't use Faulty Body on an enemy, but if I could use any spikes on an enemy, using it to give spikes to an enemy so my followers die against them? I don't know, man. Heralds of Production, apply Rage 3 and Ember Drain 2 to a friendly unit. I do quite like having Emerald Barrels of Production in any situation where I'm going to be making morsels. It's alive! 1 Ember. Advance a unit, apply Lifesteal 1 and 10 damage. 10 damage, really good. Lifesteal 1, not really going to affect the followers. Sanguine Assistant, Vampire Grasp, the Vampire Tooth. Shadow Eater would attack with that rather than having it by the time a Gorge goes off. Explosive Reaction, apply Unstable 25 and deal 5 damage. Admittedly, I am going to want a lot of spells in this deck. I don't really want to focus on minion power, for the sake of which Sanguine does not count as a minion. Because I'm very unlikely to upgrade her. God, I wonder if I even go to the Merchant of Arms. Weapons aren't modified at all, but also I do have a little bit of access to them already, courtesy of our assistants. I am going to need at least one more unit. Upgrade a unit to gain dualism. 24 armor and gives 24 armor to other allies? It's okay. Oh! Hello! 9 life Nightmare, 2 Ember, 1 size. Reanimate 8, or should I say... Reanimate 16? Hell, I could even give you dualism. So you have 6 damage shield. The thing is, I don't really want you to live. Like, I kinda want you to die. So... that's not gonna do for us. 14 damage. I mean, I do want to give damage to a unit, but the additional capacity does hurt a lot. Oh, good lord in heaven! It's this event! And I have a 9-lived nightmare? So I could give it worthy sacrifice. Oh my god, these are all gonna increase in size, though! I could give it worthy sacrifice, which gives me the ability to kill it when I summon it, in order to summon another one. God, I really needed this to have Smidge Stone so it could hold all of the upgrades. Worthy sacrifice. There's many lives. 3 more reanimate, which 6 more reanimate. It could also just be 3 reanimate for the makeshift golem. Makeshift golem would be happy to see that. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I just realized what I'm supposed to do. Faulty body needs to be upgraded. And then I have 9-live nightmare at the front of the party and faulty body on it. You can die constantly. It's completely fine. I wish I'd given another upgrade, though, to the many-live nightmare before I came here, so that I'd be overstacking the upgrades. Add a copy of this unit to your hand that summons for an additional cost. No, I'm not gonna want that. It's so much reanimate. I just need to find a way to make it do something. Total misplay. How dare you, Stoke. Now, what do you want me to do? 100. So that is right, left, left. Merchant Magic, good. Merchant of Magic, good. I can accept a Merchant of Steel in order to get 2 more upgrades on other units there. Especially if in the interim on that Merchant of Steel, wait, is it when traveling there or after traveling there? It's after traveling there. I get a Smidge Stone on a unit. That would be really helpful. I could reroll, but then I wouldn't be able to afford the most expensive stone, which if Smidge Stone came up, I would be screwed. Damn. It's okay, we get capacity here. I need one of those rooms that gives you a bunch of bonuses when a unit reanimates or is summoned. That would be ideal for us. Actually, I'll set up Shadow Eater and then Penumbra on the top. And then I think I'm going to go 9-live Nightmare in the mid. Easy Shade Split. Regen is a line that I can get some spikes on. Probably for 9-live Nightmare at that point. In order to actually be able to hit a relevant target, I'm going to Antumbra my own unit on the bottom line so that I can do... Oh no. The enemies go off before me, which means that my unit's going to get pushed to the back. I don't think I'm capable of getting a morsel eaten on the bottom line right now, so I'll just focus elsewhere. Let's get some health on the 9-live cat so that I don't have to worry about it reanimating too much without needing to. This fight's going to be really dicey. I don't have a very good scaling plan. It very much is just... Hopefully my 9-live Nightmare is big enough. Not a great plan, I'll admit. If I can give it some rage scaling, maybe? More spikes and reanimate for you. Ideal. And Sombra for the bottom line. Oh, that's hilarious. Both of these magma morsels will try and attack and die against the cowering sycophant. Oh, thank you, Rubble Morsel. I suppose I could also throw a magma morsel down there, still take out the cowering sycophant. Or I could gain a little additional damage on the top line. Ooh, or I like this better. I can jump for both of the hits on the top line. I think I'm gonna have to put a Twisted Assistant on the back line or mid line on top. Just so that I can kill the Fallen Champion as well. Great bottom line this turn, though. Really helps set us up. Okay, how many reanimates do we have left? It's 19? Good lord. So you started with 22 and I gave you one more. So you've only used 4 over the course of this entire combat. Sick. Suppose I'll hold on to the rest of my powder for the moment. Alright, moment of truth, because this is where the real damage is going to happen. Apparently we win without losing anything. Of course, we will be losing stacks of reanimate here. But let's see how that happens. It's just a back and forth slogfest for a while.
No one defies the cat. Feel the wrath of the flock.
Get him, kitty cat. Oh, wow. I mean, double-edged bearer, grafting for double arms, giving multi-strike to a Penumbra, especially good. Combustion suit on strike apply unstable 5 to enemy units. If I had a unit that was already multi-striking a bunch, I'd do that. Shroud Mitosis, not. I want it to be good, but it's really... It's not going to be constant. It's not going to be constant. It's not going to be good every... It's not going to be... I'm not even playing a morsel every turn at the moment. Let's get the bearer. Another 9-life Nightmare. I really think we're probably outside of taking units at this point. I think our lines are pretty much fixed, and we need to figure out how to use them appropriately now. So it's right, left, left. Remove consume from a faulty body, you say? Double stack consume, you say? Well, I feel like I've taken care of a lot of my damage problems. Spell chain's pretty good on a space prism that doesn't exhaust. On a faulty body. Oh boy. God, where does it go? I think playing faulty body 2 times every time it comes around in the cycle is 100% worth it. Morsel Master, when you summon a morsel unit on this floor, summon an additional copy. No, sorry. Trample, you say, though. I do think Monstrous with Trample sounds like a really good idea to me. You're going to be the bearer for our grafted arms as well, so you starting to get large? Sounds like it's in our favor. Enemy center with Titan Skin 4, but I still give Spikes 180, right? I just want to check that I'm giving Spikes 180, because if I am, then we're fine. Absolutely got it. I would like Twisted Assistant to die. And that's about all we have to do at the moment. Hello, Morsel Miner. Gosh. I mean, Twisted back on the bottom line. Let's actually push some damage here, yeah. Can get someone stable. I guess we'll start on a sap potion. Oh my god, you already picked up twice your damage? And you're going to be trampling. This is really good on the bottom line, actually. Get him, follower. You know, you keep it up, you can lead next time. May I please have my faulty body? Thank you. I think 160 spikes might be enough. Oi! Oi! Double head bearer! I know I played you there, but I meant to play you elsewhere, so why didn't you just rectify? Why didn't you just move to the right position? It would have been polite and kind. Guess I'll have to play you there then. Whew. What a hassle. Trample them! It's really difficult to get the Twisted Assistant killed on top line. I guess it's fine if I put you at the back at the bottom. Yeah. Ooh, but I'm gonna be incanting if I do that. Actually, I guess I just want Kel to come to the next floor. I can incant all of my own units on that floor if I really wanted to. And in fact, I will. You know what? I'm doing it more. 320 spikes, please. I need to get the equipment that gives on slay gain reanimate and then put that on the 9 life nightmare so you keep gaining reanimate while doing this. Cave in, descend all units, shroud mitosis, create 3 copies of friendly morsel unit or engine upgrade, 1 additional energy for each turn, but -1 capacity on 1 specific floor. I think it's easy for me to make -1 capacity on the 9 life nightmare floor. Shroud mitosis is nice, but again, it's just not going to be consistent enough. The equipment that I was asking for earlier is called Organ Harvester. Anyway, I just clicked Organ Harvester. It's got to be left here. Spell chain, hold over, and -1 cost? For me? Oh gosh. Spell chain, Spacer Prism, give holdover to the super buff to enter Emperor Assault, -1 cost the other one, and I don't need to do more than that. There's a sword for an artifact in a number unit. Units gain an extra upgrade slot, 100% unnecessary. Spell cards with Consume have a 50% chance to be discarded otherwise. Basically, that just gives me the ability to get another engine upgrade cycling through the deck if I really need it. I'm going to take Firestone Housing just in case. I hope it's not relevant. Gosh. Do I take a Morsel Maker and put it on the bottom line and then just sail off into the sunset? I think I'm supposed to. Give them all multi-strike. See if I care. Rum Morsel with the bottom line, enough to take out the Sharp-Eyed Sniper, as well as get a good amount of healing. And I do want to trash a unit on the bottom line. I want my multi-strike. I've got another Twisted Assistant. I will get my multi-strike right now, then. I was going to make an argument otherwise. We can... actually, hang on. I'll undo that. We can decrease the size of the middle line, but I may as well just put a shield steward there. If I'm going to decrease the size anyway, not a problem. Eat as many morsels as you can! Gorge yourself! And I'll gain some rage. Pretty useful. In order to try and gain an edge here, I'm going to use Goliath Infusion, hit a secret. Perfect. We got Unstable, so I can kill the Collector in the backline as well. That's all I was hoping to do. Then I will grab a Rubble Morsel for the bottom line and chump block with a Twisted Assistant. Finally, my faulty body is ready. Say that every day after I wake up. Every day before I go to bed. Hit a Twisted back on her. You? Why not? You're never going to get to attack because your classmate is going to delete every enemy. That's 160. You hit me, you die, You kill me, and I gain a reanimate. Sound fair? No? That was the design. Suppose I'll go for some regen, I guess? Oh my god, I forgot Space Prism comes with a second Space Prism. We have so much capacity! We're so capacious! Oh, you're gonna die and buff all the units at the end of the turn? Nice. Oh no! I've saved you! Now you're not going to! Thankfully. I do not think it'll matter. I don't think anyone's making it off of that second floor there. We are very much getting to the point that 9 Live Nightmares should be on the bottom line, just taking care of pretty much everything by themselves. If I can find a room that is affected by reanimate, it's over for y'all. The followers, they each took 3 reanimate away from the boss each time there. They're incredible. Gem Trove, applying 1 damage shield to friendly units. Add 3 common or uncommon rare morsel units to your hand. Cave in, descend if I want to overstack a floor severely, which I like doing. I guess I would be able to put like Makeshift Golem and Penumbra and all of those behind 9 Live Nightmare, which could be fun. Excavation Eruption. Deal 25 damage to a random enemy unit 3 times. And on Slay, gain 2 additional Ember. I think Gem Trove, so I have the ability to give some damage shield to my backlines, would be nice. It'll just save us in some situations where it might be a good idea. Weaponized Prosthetic. Remove equipment from a unit, apply plus 30 damage to them. Meh. I don't have enough equipment to really want to use that. Horrify, Retreat in Days, Mixology, Mix Twice. I'll take Mix Twice. Especially because I'm using that relatively consistently. So it was 100. So left here again. Okay, give me a Smidge Stone. Oh, Large Stone. That's pretty much the exact opposite of what I asked for, just so you know. But also, what if I did just Large Stone 9 Live Night? Well, you still get frailty, so your health doesn't matter. So that's literally just a damage upgrade that sucks. It's just a bad damage upgrade. Some additional health and Morsel Maker. I will reroll here. Dualism is back. And better than ever. Let's reanimate 1, damage shield 3. Endless? Endless isn't bad, but also, if I have to play the 9 Live Nightmare again, I am dead. I have since passed away. The end of the game has occurred.
Yep.
Pendant or dog? It's gotta be pendant. I don't have any celebrates left, only the 2 that really matter. And even then, pretty hard to play you. Your pendant will be very helpful though. Just because of capacity stuff consistently. But after this, we should get 2 more. Unfortunately, because we didn't get the Smidge Stone there, I now can't put all of the upgrades on the same unit, which is what I would have done if I was overriding the unit size to 0. I probably have to go Ember here, despite the fact that Ember is not useful in the fight. Like, I bypass its costs very consistently. I need some additional setup Ember, I think. I don't know. I might be dissuaded from that, but that's certainly where I sit at the moment. Alright, give him both of the arms! I'm actually starting to think of the other direction as well, because drawing faster is also a very consistent way for me to be able to get to to not only Faulty Body, but the next copy of Faulty Body as well. That matters a whole heck of a lot. Good boy, big boy. More reanimate. More reanimate. I mean, I don't need to deploy this yet. Eventually it goes on makeshift golem on the top line and just confirms that that line is never going to struggle, basically. Secret ingredient? What could you possibly add in you? Unfortunately, not regenerate, reanimate, which I was looking for. I will use explosive reaction on the enemies. Sets up my ability to use my own Entomber Assault on myself. Although, actually, I'm going to take the opportunity to develop my Twisted Back. Finally. Literally the last card in the deck, Faulty Body. It's good to see you, though. Absolute line block in Tetris behavior right there. Oh, I should have equipped one of the guys on the top line. I took 12 damage for that. Just throw as much additional damage as I can on the unit that's reanimating. Additional health, obviously, don't matter to you. Alright, we're getting pretty far past the point where maybe I should have used my reanimate ages ago. Bit more damage, shields. No one's going to be ascending or anything like that. Hasting, rather, or anything like that. There you go. Can finally add that damage shield, buddy. I've been working my way up to it. Made it just for you. Oh my god, this is going to take absolutely forever. Let me up that to ultra speed. Why must you multi-strike if you do no damage? There we go. Having the ability to kill a unit every turn with holdover is so useful. Let me remove my own followers. They aren't useful to me alive. Electricity chamber! Boo, 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 boo. This is what I was looking for! Friendly units gain spike 6 on summon and reanimate! God, do I just click else flame and go from there? I think I do. I think I do. I do need the bottom line still to have the ability to thin out enemies, because I don't want 4 enemies around hitting the 9 life nightmare, because you will start to die, and I don't want that. Additional Ember will give us the ability to put down a... It would give me the ability to put down a room at the start of the match, but that's not especially useful for me. If I could make both the Organ Harvester and another piece of equipment deployable... Oh, there's a Merchant of Arms in both of the next areas. You know what? Yeah, let's do it then. So Fecundity is worthy sacrifice. So the thing is, if I put that on 9 Live Nightmare, then every single turn I can, well, every second turn, I can pop one of your Reanimate for 3 Ember, which is fine. But I don't really need the Ember. I don't get to benefit from it while I'm in play, unfortunately. What I really want is just to be able to pop one of my assistants immediately and then take its equipment and put that on another unit. Twisted Assistant or Double-Edged Bearer. Now, the thing is, Double-Edged Bearer, you've got Double-Edged Arms, which is not a good piece of equipment for me to have many copies of, because there's only one unit on my entire field who uses it effectively. Twisted Assistant, though, if I gave you Worthy Sacrifice and Fecundity, I could just summon you and kill you and summon you and kill you and summon you and kill you and keep doing that until I have a Twisted Back played on every single follower, which is going to be a lot of damage. Grant silence to non-boss enemy units, making it fragile, 15 damage. Sure. Let's get the Organ Harvester first. Can't attack reroll. Let's reroll. His unit's health is always equal. Sorry, damage is always equal to max health. Yeah, I mean, it's a damage upgrade for the Shadow Eater. Do I take it for that reason? Swift Steel Dagger makes a single unit quick. Do I have a unit that wants to be quick? Not really. I'm going to save my money so I can go absolutely gonzo mode with the Merchant of Trinkets. As for Empyrean, well, another copy of another copy of Fragile Body looping through the deck is 100% exactly what we need. Then Lightforge for our champion. 1 capacity, or do I prefer 50-20 worth of stats? I'm gonna take the 50-20 right there. I mean, granted, it also takes an additional capacity to play the unit in the first place. Pyre Dampen and -1 energy per turn. That's a lot easier to play when I have a Hell's Flame. We've got our holdover as well, so we're not going to have to worry about silencers. Those are literally all resolved already. Double-Edged Bearer. Well, I guess I'm giving some health to this cultist. I didn't want to do that, but I will. Oh my good giddy god. Okay. Twist assist. Die. Thank you for the twisted back. That goes on that guy. Twist assisted. Die. Well, thanks for the twisted back. That'll go on that guy. Twist assisted. Die. Well, thanks for the twisted back. It'll go on that guy. I'm gonna do that anytime I have followers. That's the game we're gonna be playing, basically. Then let's stack the hell out of you and double strike with the big boy. I think we're pretty well set. Absolutely, we start our focus on the faulty body. No need for that shield steward. I will play the makeshift golem when it comes out. Although that's getting harder and harder on that top line. Anywhere I can play him, that's where they fit. Definitely care about mixology. Engine upgrade I honestly do not need. I could take it. I do not in any way need it. Not right now. Ooh, some additional capacity for bottom line. Lets us not only summon a morsel maker, but also 2 morsels to get at this turn. Finally, the electricity chamber is here, only after the whole match. Granted, I will be able to benefit from it in the near future. Just being dramatic. Let's drop a couple more morsel miners down. Hell, could our bottom line possibly? No. That's the answer about that. On resolve, you're going to gain regen, rate damage. Oh no, makes your golem. You are too large for the top line. No! And I'm going to Merchant Arms as well. No! What am I going to do? I'm just going to have to win on the bottom line, which is almost certain to happen. Well, I say bottom line, mid line. The bottom line is no longer a line as far as I'm concerned, because it's already showing that it's going to be defeated. It's the mid line is where it's at. That'll do it. Get him, 9-life nightmare. He made the mistake of deciding to multi-strike, which basically just means he depletes his health bar twice as fast. Feast, Void Burning, and Excavation Eruption. No. Basically, no. At this point, all of these are very, very tempting in a completely different situation than the one I'm in. Puffer Flesh, Graft, Spiky Skin. On Revenge, gains Spikes 3. Admittedly, that's a pretty good piece of equipment to throw on the Shadow Eater on the bottom line, and it's not wrong to have 2 spikes. Another copy of Faulty Body, though. You know what? Puffer Flesh. I've got 2 copies of double stacked Faulty going through the deck. I have enough. Yay! Artificial Firestone gives us the ability to play more on turn 1. On deployment phase, draw an equipment card from your deck, reduces cost to 0. Now, the annoying thing about that is I believe the only equipment in my deck There we are. Organ Harvester is already being drawn into my opening hand. I'll see if this changes, like, reduces the cost of it, but I assume it won't. I'll get my deployable one, and then it'll try and fish for another one. It won't be able to find any. Start battle summon a morsel miner on each floor. That's just the ability to get a eat on turn 1 with the Shadow Eater. Great. 3 different kinds of card in the turn. Draw 1, gain 1. Love it. If it triggers, 5 damage to a back enemy unit when something's eaten. Almost entirely irrelevant. Merchant of Arms to make the Electricity Center deployable, and then honestly, it's just remove. It's just get cards out of this deck all day, all night, until there is nothing left but the best. I think that'll do. I think that will do. Alright. So, midline, Electricity Chamber, and then summon the 9-life Nightmare, so we've already got spikes going on. I even get Morsel Maker and Morsel Master. Oh my god, I get Makeshift and Penumbra. Oh, wow! The big first turn. Unfortunately, I played them in the wrong order. It's gotta be exactly that order or I don't get to play him. Incredible. Oh. Yeah, use Explosive Reaction on another one of them. Why not? Regen Fishing for Reanimate, which we do get. Reanimate's eventually going to go on the Makeshift Golem, who is valiantly upstanding to the incoming damage this turn. Stats on the 9-life Nightmare don't really matter, so I'll give more stats to the bottom line and then just get rid of another morsel. Yeah, his bottom line is terrifying. Titan Skin 5 off of all of those units, honestly, that's not really the problem. It's 100% the Sweep and Rage. Although, thankfully, how much of a problem is that? We want them to come to the next floor. This is where you die. So, we've got Morsel and Tumbra again. I think rather than developing the other two morsels, I'm probably focused more on the double-edged bearer just for developing our multi-strike. Oh boy, those rage wings on the bottom line. Get him, faulty body! Faulty him! Big multi-strike really holding it up at the end of the party there. Keep stacking Reanimate until someone lethally threatens the Makeshift Golem on the top line, I suspect. These lines, these plays don't look incredible, but it's worth noting that that unit in the midline now does 200 damage to everyone. Sorry, did I say 200? I meant 360. So yeah, it's just a thing worth keeping in mind. And it's fine that the bottom line is lost. It's gonna push up through each of the lines now, and then the second line is already enough to take care of everyone. You've got enough time to set up, and that'll do it. Engine upgrade on the top line, where we're already heavily overstacked. I'd really love to get the Twist Assistant with the additional sacrifices so that I can start getting these followers in the back line to start scaling as well. Oh, the melee weakness. Yeah, everything's going to die to the Ragewing Assassin. Oh well. Summon, sack. Summon and sack him. One more time for this mid line. There we go. Everyone's got some trample attack equipment. Everyone on this mid line has to attack the 9-Lived Wonder, so obviously I can't do any chump blocking there or anything like that. But I can let this entire bottom line get swept. And I don't really want to draw into Ember Assaults again at this point. So because they hold over, I'm going to elect not to play them. Ooh, that empty line is going to cause some damage for us. Yeah, didn't think about that much. Not too worried. Oh, I lost my meat man on the top line. I didn't even realize that had happened. Oops. That said, again, am I concerned at all? I wouldn't really describe it that way. Here's me just getting rid of dead weight in the deck at the moment. I don't want to draw any of those again. Yeah, I think I ended that turn with more reanimate than I started. That body is miserable. Falling apart entirely. Faulty to the core. Ooh! Give me another trampled piece of equipment. That'll do. So it's 33 reanimate on that midline. Yeah, how are we ending up with more? Because we're slaying only 4 targets on that line. Oh, I guess when an enemy hits me and doesn't kill... But that doesn't make any sense. When an enemy hits 9 lives and doesn't kill 9 lives, obviously then they would gain a stack of reanimate without losing 1. But you can't get hit without dying. That's like your whole thing. That's like literally your whole thing. Is dualism affecting the slay trigger of the Organ Harvester? I have to imagine not. So yeah, I'm gaining reanimate 2 on each of these triggers. Pourquoi? Or why? The faultiest body I ever did see. Let's get my thumbnail ready. Don't you mind? Don't you worry? Don't you fret about it. when I was hoping for something cool to do with the Nine Lights Cat, I couldn't have known that it was going to go to 800 spikes. But to be fair, I did know something cool could definitely happen with it. I'm glad this is the second time I've tried to lean into the Many-Layered Nightmare, and it didn't go especially well the first time. We've completed the 10th dimensional challenge. Unlocking Rock and Roll Heaven has a new floor that we can use. Jump back to the outpost and get ready for our next run. I think I'll go directly into the main for that one. But until then, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Monster Train 2. Top left is the series playlist, Roguelike content of the game past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations down below. Streaming past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays at above the thank tier. And special thanks this episode to Jazzy. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves. And hopefully we'll see you all next time.